Picture this, you're lying in complete darkness. The room is empty, but you feel someone slowly squeezing your throat. You hear a voice that knows all your secrets, all your shameful failures, and every weakness. This voice tells you you're not good enough. And this voice is your own. We're used to believing that our minds are our faithful ally. We think our thinking works for us, protecting us from danger and leading us to success. But I'm here to reveal the dark truth. Your mind is not your friend. It's the most sophisticated, cruelest, and most patient enemy you've ever faced. It knows your access code. It manipulates your chemical reactions. It's a saboteur living inside your skull. You think you control your emotions? You're wrong. Everything you consider yourself to be is just a set of algorithms created by your brain to keep you safe. But the problem is, for your brain, safety means stagnation, fear, and a rejection of life. We'll debunk the greatest myth of modern psychology, the idea that you need to listen to yourself. Listening to yourself means listening to your enemy. If you truly listened to your instincts for the past 5 years, where would you be now? Most likely, at rock bottom. Insight 1, the architecture of self-sabotage. Remember a moment when a huge opportunity opened up before you. A new job, an important communication, or the woman you've been dreaming about. What did your brain do in that second? It didn't push you forward. It started generating thousands of scenarios for your disgrace. It created paralyzing anxiety. This is called fear homeostasis. Your mind fears your growth more than your death, because growth is the unknown, while death is a certain end. Your mind is a prison guard, convincing you that the bars are just interior design. It steals your confidence, replacing it with comfortable self-flagellation. After all, suffering in a familiar chair is much easier than conquering the wild jungle of reality. Insight 2, the paradox of false attraction. Look at your relationships. Why are you drawn to those who ignore you? Why do you ignore those who are ready to give you everything? Your mind is playing the scarcity mirror with you. It makes you believe your value depends on the approval of those who don't appreciate you. This is an ancient survival program that has become a mental virus in the modern world. You seek attraction where there is pain because your brain confuses cortisol with love. It forces you to chase ghosts so you never find true inner support. As long as you depend on external validation, your mind keeps you on a short leash. Insight 3, the illusion of rational choice. You believe your decisions are logical. But the truth is, your brain first makes decisions based on ancient fears, and then your neocortex, in a split second, comes up with a logical justification for this stupidity. This is the rationalization of slavery. You explain your laziness as rest. You explain your fear of conflict as politeness. You explain your loneliness as selectivity. Your enemy is a master of disguise. He subverts concepts so masterfully that you begin to feel proud of your weaknesses. Do you feel this heaviness in your chest right now? It's resistance. Your mind is trying to force you to close this video because I'm uncovering its hiding place. It wants you to remain ignorant. But ignorance is your slow death. How many times have your habits overpowered your will? How many times have you promised yourself a new start on Monday, only to have your inner saboteur find hundreds of reasons to keep you stuck? It exploits your own dopamine loops to turn you into a docile consumer of cheap pleasures. Your path to liberation doesn't begin with positive thinking. That's another lie. The path to power begins with recognizing the fact that you are at war with your own biology. To defeat this enemy, you must stop believing your thoughts. A thought is not truth. A thought is simply an electrical impulse, often false. Your new psychology must be built on the discipline of action, taken in defiance of your mind's cries. True confidence is when you hear the voice of fear within you and walk straight toward it, simply to prove to your brain who's boss. You must become the trainer of your own intellect. Imagine what your life would be like if you stopped being a hostage to your momentary moods. If your communication was imbued with willpower, not a desire to please. If your relationships were built from a place of abundance, not a fear of loneliness. You are not your mind. You are the one who observes this mind. You are the silence between thoughts. And in this silence lies your absolute power. Start treating your negative thoughts like spam. Don't argue with them, don't analyze them, simply delete them. Your enemy is only strong when you give it your attention. Transformation isn't about finding a new you. It's about ruthlessly destroying old programs that have been sucking the life out of you for years. It's a battle that rages on every second. In the store, in bed, at work. You are no longer a victim of your genetics or upbringing. You are a hacker, hacking your own system. Every willful decision made through, "I don't want to," is a blow to your inner enemy. It's time to change the hierarchy. Your mind is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. Reclaim your throne. Become the one your brain will fear to disobey. You must conquer yourself today, so that the world cannot conquer you tomorrow. Your habits are the barbed wire your enemy has placed in your path. Every time you choose the easy way out, you tighten the knots even more. Your brain loves to conserve energy, turning you into a weak-willed vegetable, locked in a cycle of dopamine slavery. Insight 4, the dictatorship of comfort. Understand that comfort is a death sentence for your personality. Your mind whispers, "Rest, you deserve it," but in reality, it's building you a coffin out of soft pillows. Recall your last serious failure. Your mind didn't analyze your mistakes, it looked for someone to blame. It created emotions of anger or resentment toward the world, just to keep you from looking in the mirror. Your thinking protects your ego, sacrificing your results. This is the victim virus. When you complain, your mind gets a microdose of relief, but it also paralyzes your ability to act. The enemy within you wants you to be weak, because a weak creature is easier to control through fear. Insight 5, the hallucination of control. Do you think your anxiety helps you prepare for the future? This is your mind's greatest deception. Anxiety is noise that steals your intellectual resources, leaving you defenseless in the face of a real problem. See how your brain distorts your past. He either embellishes it, evoking fruitless nostalgia, or turns it into an endless series of horrors, forcing you to relive the same pain over and over again. He doesn't let you be here and now. Your communication with yourself must become more assertive. Stop negotiating with the terrorist in your head. You don't negotiate with it, you give it orders. Your body must move before your brain can come up with a reason to stay put. Understand, you will never feel ready. You will never feel 100% certain. These are chemical illusions. You just go ahead and do it while your mind chokes on its own screaming. Look at your social relationships. How many times has your mind forced you to remain silent when you should have screamed? How many times has it forced you to agree so as not to disrupt the harmony? That's not harmony, that's capitulation to the fear of social exclusion. Your brain is programmed to survive in a tribe where exclusion meant death. But we're not in the Stone Age anymore. Today, your fear of being perceived as strange or rude is simply outdated code that prevents you from taking your place in the hierarchy. Your new philosophy is a conscious conflict. Not with people, but with those parts of yourself that drag you down. Every time you do something you're afraid of, you rewrite the neural pathways of your defeat. Do you feel your energy shift? It's the realization that you no longer have to trust the voice in your head. You can simply observe it, like a noisy neighbor through the wall. It screams, but it has no power over your arms and legs. Your psychology is now that of a surgeon. You must ruthlessly excise from your mind the metastases of other people's opinions, false values, and imposed ideals. It's painful, but it's the only way to survive. Your inner enemy will resist. It will use depression, fatigue, and even physical pain to regain control. He'll fake illness symptoms just to get you out of the gym or an important meeting. Remember, it's a bluff. Every minute spent consciously controlling your thoughts is a training session for your mental special forces. You're creating a structure within yourself that can't be broken by external circumstances. Your mind will only begin to respect you when it understands that you're no longer falling for its manipulations. When it understands that you're ready to go all the way, despite any discomfort. This is the secret of all great people. They weren't special. They simply learned to ignore their inner traitor. They transformed their minds from tyrants into instruments. You stand on the threshold of the greatest victory of your life. This isn't a victory over the world, or over enemies or competitors. It's a victory over the biological mechanism that tried to enslave you. Your confidence no longer depends on external success. It depends on your ability to master yourself. If you conquer your mind in the morning, you won't fear any storm throughout the day. The world belongs to those who have ceased to be slaves to their own fear and have become masters of their silence.